You look like Liza Minnelli. You look nice. I'm 9 years old. The hairdresser steps on something and the chair sinks down in size. And my shoulders drop because I feel the same way the chair does. It's not cool to look like Liza Minnelli. It's not going to get me invited to sleepovers or parties. I don't even look like her anyway. I'm too brown, and my hair doesn't fall down and stay close to my head. It sticks up everywhere, and there's so much of it. And hairdressers always say, "Oh, you have so much hair and natural curls." It's always right before they take the thinning scissors to make it look the opposite of that. Thinning scissors have tiny little fish teeth instead of regular blades. And it feels and sounds like fish teeth scraping off my hair. Crunch, crunch. So much hair falls softly onto my shoulders, my lap, and the floor. And I always think I'm going to look up in the mirror and be bald. But I never am. And I never look like Liza Minnelli or Dorothy Hamill or Belinda Carlisle. My hair's weird, especially with my face. I'm so brown and my hair is sticking up. Nanay and Fafa, my grandparents, always tell me, "Don't play in the sun. You will get too dark. And comb your buhok, your hair. How come you don't comb it?" But I do comb it. It just doesn't stay. My hair looks like a spilled box of uncooked spaghetti noodles on the floor. But it's not that yellowy, almost see-through color like most of the kids in my school. It's black. And that mess isn't on the floor, it's on my head. Now I know it's just hair, but my just hair has kept me on the fringe of my culture. Even though I was born in Canada, I don't feel completely Canadian. I was raised by my grandparents who were deeply rooted in Filipino culture. So I thought the Filipino community would be my default home, my place of grounding. But I feel like an eternal visitor here, as I do with white Canadians. And every time I'm around other Filipinos, they question my being there. Like I'm not enough to be part of their crew. And I overhear them speaking about me in Tagalog to each other. "Mukhang Pilipina, pero she looks Filipino, but my hair." So I overcompensate by randomly naming off Filipino dishes, adopting an accent, switching my F's to P's. "Excuse me, do you have any forks? Or only spoons?" Even my aunts comment on my hair. When it's straight, they say, "Oh, finally, you look decent." So I look indecent usually. And then every Filipino I ever meet looks at me confused. "But you're not full Filipino." Is that a question? "What is your last name? Is this an entrance exam? Why won't you just accept me? What am I trying to prove to you?" And always, "But how come your hair is like that?" I don't know. All my life, I hang out here in I don't know, floating in this space between yes and no. In high school, I get tired of floating, and I just want to land somewhere with an identity. So I decide to own my hair, and I wear it big and curly, except for job interviews. And I'm pretty sure I like my hair, but I'm also kind of stomping my feet like a little girl. "You're not going to take me because of my curly hair? Fuck you. I'll make it bigger, curlier. I'll be my own breed. Oh my gosh. What kind of paper is this? So it's January of this year, and I see her at a comedy show. I saw her out in the bar area, and now she's sitting 2 seats away from me. And I feel pulled towards her, and she feels familiar. Like, you know when you hear a song and you ask, where do I know this from? And it's not the name of the song that you're actually trying to get, but you're trying to remember the connection to that song because it prompts a feeling. And I think, is that another one? There's more of us? She, like me, is a Filipino with curly hair, I think. I mean, it can't be. We don't exist. She's probably Blasian or something. So after the show, I sit at the bar to have drinks with my friend. And guess who sits beside me? Curly, ethnicity yet to be confirmed, girl. Her ass barely lands on the seat and I pounce on her. Excuse me, what's your background? And I wait, holding my breath. She says, I'm Filipina. Yes! Ah! I yell and I high-five her. But there's one more crucial question, and my heart will break if it's the wrong answer. So, are those your natural curls? And I stare at her without blinking. And I wait, holding my breath again. Yeah, she says, smiling. Oh, cool. I say casually. But inside, I'm running around the room wildly and I'm taking pieces of clothing off and I'm yelling, yeah! Then she tells me about the Facebook group for curly Filipinas. And my mouth and my mind go slack-jawed. What? That means there's more of us, of me? I go home and I log into my laptop and go straight to Facebook. I could have done this on my phone, but this is more important than a funny cat meme, and therefore deserves a bigger screen. I find the Curly Filipinas group, and I'm surprised by how large the group is. I fill in the admin questions and I wait for approval. This is by far the most excited I've ever been to join a Facebook group. Finally, I get the notification that I am approved. Immediately, I do the virtual version of walking up to the big exclusive club and ring the doorbell. I click on the group link. I scroll through, and there's so many Filipinos who are just starting to wear their hair naturally curly. And they're sharing hair care tips, products, and encouraging each other constantly. And they speak of being tired of not being proud of their hair and being considered less than pretty, less than Filipina, and less included. And they're tired of feeling less themselves. And I feel for their discouragement, their hair trials and errors. But I'm pretty damn excited because they let me in. So I write a long, long post. And it's so long that the narrow rectangular post feed stretches into a square and then into a bigger rectangle. Then I feel self-conscious that it's too emotional. So I start deleting. And I pick a red cherry blossom background as a backdrop to my new post that I type in all caps. I love this group! And then I upload a picture of me with my curliest look. Finally, I see Filipinas who look like me. And I feel for the first time ever more Filipina, and I feel connected because I know they see me as one of them without having to prove a damn thing. They don't, she looks Filipina, pero it's just beautiful girls. You look lovely. Heart eyes emoji your hair. I write one more post. I always deliberately wear my hair curly and let everyone know that I'm Filipina. And I do this because I'm proud of my heritage and I'm proud of my hair. But I used to say this as an explanation or a rebellion. My hair was my Liza impersonating embarrassment, and it grew into big, full curls of, fuck you, I don't need you. And now it hangs naturally as a description of me with bangs. Thank you.